Okay, so for my first tier list, I'm going to be going over all the cooking materials of Wrath of the Lich King. So, most of these are going to be dropped down to tier 4, as they're not all that useful in the current game, other than leveling up the profession. Once the profession is leveled up, they're just not going to have much use for the food that they cook. There are a few exceptions that I will be saying as they come along. So for tier 4, the first one is Dragonfin Angelfish, which has 2 food that it makes, which you just won't have any use for with the current leveling, just because people are so far beyond that and what food gives. The next one is going to be the salmon, which again, it doesn't really cook anything good. It is a case where we just don't have use for the low-level food anymore. Deep Sea Monsterbelly again, in this case, is only used for feasts, which, if you're trying for the feast achievement, it might be worth using, but it's just going to be too expensive and not worth it. And then we have the Musselback Sculpin, which is also used for various things, but it still doesn't have anything really good coming out of it. And then we have Rhino Meat. This has a bit more selection, but it still doesn't have anything really good. It's just basic food that you're going to not use in today's current expansion. The Mana War is even more worthless than some of the other ones. It just makes black jelly, which is worthless. The bonescale snapper is used for, again, a few foods. Again, these are all tier 4 materials. They don't have much use at all. And nettlefish, again, you're not going to have anything that you've gained out of it. It's not going to be something worth keeping and saving. Moonglow cuttlefish, again, it's just not worth saving. It doesn't do all that much in the current game. Rockfin grouper is also a situation where it doesn't do anything really. And again, it's not, the goby is not going to be giving you much. And then Imperial Manta Ray, again, isn't providing you anything other than that low-level food. And then the last one that is at this tier is going to be the worm meat, which again doesn't provide anything. And now we're starting to get into the more useful ones. This one happens to give tracker snacks that can let you track beasts for 1 hour. It could theoretically be useful for at some point during the either leveling or grinding. It at least has some use. And then we have Worg Haunches that are also providing the ability to track humanoids. So, again, similar to the Shoveltusk flank, they are tier 1 materials, as they're going to be way too common, but there may be some times when it's worth tracking humanoids. And it should be remembered for that. The next 4 are all tier 1. They are going to provide the achievement for making you angry for the clams, so the bad clams. And the fangtooth hearings are going to make you scared. And the northern eggs are going to provide the tasty cupcakes, which make you happy. And these are needed for an achievement. And the chunk of Mammoth has last week's Mammoth that makes you sad. So those are all going to be fairly useful for getting that achievement, but then they're not going to be useful again. They're not anything I would be considering saving up anything on, as they're all going to have much more supply than there is going to be demand. The last cooking material is the only one that happens to be a higher tier, and this one is tier 2, and that's Northern Spices. It's a limited supply material, but the usage of it is not all that good. So you can only get so much every day. You can have alts farm it, and the supply is going at this point is going to be greatly more than the demand. If you have any questions, you can put a comment, and if you like, you can like or subscribe for more videos similar to this. Thank you, and enjoy the day.